They have cancer in their body right now.
Well, I don't want to believe it. I don't like to say that, but I kind of think, I feel like everyone has it. Don't we all?
So the question is, who has cancer? And some hands went up really slowly, and some hands were very hesitant. The bottom line, cancer, everybody has cancer cells. It doesn't mean you're going to be sick. It doesn't mean you're going to have full-blown cancer, which I'm going to explain. But cancer cells are a normal byproduct of management within the body itself. Okay? It's nothing to be afraid of. We all have cancer cells. I have cancer cells. Everybody has them. It's a normal type of process. When it gets out of control, when it has an environmental trigger to the extreme, then you have more cancer cells. Then in the situation, as you mentioned before, it will be out of control growth. But that out of control growth is because it has an out of control problem and it has a survival challenge. Okay? So what I want to explain is there are basically two phases of cancer, okay? So, phase one, because one of the challenges whenever I see articles on cancer and different things is they sort of bundle this thing in together that we have mutated cells that come together and scream and yell and cause problems and do all these terrible things in the body, and then they get bigger and bigger, and then there are blood vessels that feed it and all that type of stuff. So if we think of it really clearly, there are two phases of cancer. The early phase is the early stages of toxicity, okay? So what happens is we have toxicity, deficiency, and systemic inflammation. And what I mean by systemic inflammation, I mean the body is reacting to a cause, like a fever, which is a normal process. A fever is normal. A fever is to burn out toxins. Cancer is another normal process in the end stage. But in the early stage, what I call phase one cancer, it's just a matter of toxicity in the body and the body starts to break down. Early phase, okay? And it's also, as I say here in very highly technical terms, poor garbage collection, okay? Our lymph system is to remove toxins. If you think of the body in terms of healing, two aspects. One is you want to get as many nutrients as quickly as possible. Number two, you want to remove as many toxins as quickly as possible. So people do this through energy healing, through juice cleansing, and things like that. It's a matter of efficiency and timing, okay? So the next phase of cancer, what I call natural response cancer, is the advanced phase. This is what we hear about when people talk about tumors and metastases and different things like that, or leukemias, which are different types of cancers.